Welcome back, guys. Kakati, this is a late night recording. I was like, do I sleep off before I record it or I record it in the morning? But I was like, nah, let me do it. Kakati, you want to tell me that a person who sings love songs in Uganda, love songs in Luganda, is just about on the same level as a person who used to sing music that wasn't just necessarily love songs, that was more of all about change, even way before he went into politics. And he went into politics after like 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 years. He made a real strong change into the whole opposition and sort of kind of created his own lane in the opposition pool. Moving away from the biggest opposition leader, who was Dr. Kizza Besigye, and he created his own opposition whereby right now at the moment he is being talked about by almost all medias in the world, CNN, BBC, Sky News, whichever, name it. And right about now as we speak, he is being discussed upon, or whatever that happened to him and his wife, in the European Union Parliament by not 1, not 2, not 3, but almost 5 to 7 members of that parliament. So you want to tell me that that person is right on the same level with a musician in Uganda who sings Luganda songs? That is just something else. Let's watch. Anyway, I'm going to give my verdict onto these things that Bebe was saying later on. Let's first watch all the clips. Maybe I'll just like interject in every now and then, but this is crazy.
He's not at the same level with the president. No. He's at the same level with the Bebe Cools, the Chameleons. He's a musician. He will never stop being a musician. That's why now all the people in the opposition are suffering. They are suffering because they refuse to accept the truth that they are dealing with an artist. They are not dealing with a politician. They are not dealing with a presidential material. No, they are dealing with an artist who is directly competing with his fellow artists. That's why some of the fans, his musical fans, come up and say, Bebe Cool Chagulanyi yakuyamule. So it is a musical thing. These are the same people who cannot ask this guy to reason politically or economically. But to them it is about Chagulanyi yaleka Bobi Wine yaleka Bebe Cool, Bobi Wine yaleka Chameleon. So in a nutshell, ne Bobi nga jali ayagala kumakinga sure nti akakasa nti abonna baleka nenga ate kabaka yamukola.
Ideally, I think I don't know what Bobi Wine is thinking. I've only probably met him once or twice, and we didn't really like talk or whatever. But yeah, I don't even know what he thinks. But I don't think his mind is on the level of I want to prove to Bebe Cool, to Chameleon, to Ragadi, to all the people who probably did music within his era that I want to prove to them that Nabaleka. I don't think that's the level he's at. And it's only a person who has a slow brain in a way to think like that. I don't really want to use like abusive language, but I don't know. I don't think a person who is discussed about by the European Parliament, who ideally was, according to the CDF, was being hidden by the American embassy in a way. He is thinking like, I want to be better than Ragadi? Are you serious?
Okudibaga kuli semaka nti kakati benyini abantu bosebo aisa basajja kabaka abantu bosebo mwami Katikkiro benyini tebasobola kuwuliriza basajja abo enimo kakati kitegeeza mwayoza ne mwanika mu ttaka kati woba tosobola kuwuliriza abo abasajja kati muyinayo abalala be mu preparing today abali mu universities muba preparing abaana mu Buganda okuleeta ba future politicians nga mubategesenga abo kakati ekyo bwe kiba tekiri bwe kityo mbadde nsaba mwami Katikkiro mbadde nsaba obuteekweka kubanga government programs zayo nungi tuze amafuta gazze sente zisembedde iron ore gold ekyabateesa mu byobukulembeze kwali kukolera abantu nakulakulanya Uganda neggwanga lya Buganda. Ekyabatwala okukola emirimu egyo tekyali pate kije mubeeramu. teyali patent nno nti tuzimbe patent no kyali kya kuweereza kuweereza abannayuganda n'abantu ba Buganda as a whole. So n'olwekyo bwe kiba kyaganye ewa Kyagulanyi nga waliwo ensobi ezaakolebwa, bannange temuleka kaliya z'abasajja bwe kugenda n'amagezi gaabwe kugendera bwerere. Muveeyo kyere muwandike mugende mu meeting President Museveni mukole naye. Enensi teriiko kuswala kasita okola ekintu ekituufu. Temwenyika mumbu bandaba batya oyo bandaba batya obwo bukopi na bugwagwa. When you made the first mistake to say mwali badde mwasoma enough okumanya nti nno omuntu alina background ya ng'eyoyo omulenzi yali tasobola bakulembera ku magezi ge mwali mulina, ate nammwe mwali temumusuubira kubakkiriza kumuyisa. Muli mupate mutanso kuba amasuuti mwesetinga mutanso okusuggestinga mbu president wa party akyuke buli myaka 10 mumujjeko omugaati gwe musiru mwe mwali temukiraba nti ekyo n'ataasoma nga ye yali akiraba.
Anyway, Bebe Cool ali mu kusiba abaana olw'okuba boogera ebintu ebitali very good online or whatever. But right here, he is using really, really malicious information, strong words against people and stuff like that. And you would go like, you would be the person people would be looking up to learn from. This is painful to watch in a way that, like, it is so sad to watch that a person who has been in the public eye for this long, ayogera ebintu n'owulira nga your brain is fried. Let's continue.
So n'olwekyo mu kufumba Robert Kyagulanyi mu kumufuula kyali ekizibu ekijjidde empuuga ne banne, Buganda is to blame. Teri kulumamu. Mwatuula engeri gye muli bakatikkira abakadde. Juzi wano nayogera ku bakatikkira abo abaasituka ne bagenda emagere. N'otunulira abasajja ng'abo. Kati mwagendayo ne muwagira Bobi Wine asobole okukuba bampuuga. Ne muwagira Kyagulanyi asobole okujja Sseggona mu parliament. Ne muwagira Kyagulanyi asobole okujja oyo yani simwagala abeera avuma Museveni buli kiseera. Semujunganda nze nkijawula ku Semujunganda is personalizing Museveni all the time, but you might have good points. Naye omuntu nga Semujunganda naffe aba NRM tumwetaaga. Aba basajja tubadde tubeetaaga kubanga be babadde ba marking ennyo abasajja abakola ebikyamu ne batwala ssente. Aba basajja babadde babalabisa nga tebabatya. Era kivula Museveni abadde abaagalanya abasajja abo Museveni. Ekyo nkibabuulira indirectly kuba amanyi bamukwatira ababbi ababba nga talaba. Naye ate nammwe kennyini ne mubajjayo ne muteekayo abatasaba kwogera.
I think to me, when I look into the Ugandan parliament, according to what he's saying, simanyi bajjeyo batekayo bano. The Ugandan parliament is a little bit null and void. There are things you see that are like even a kid can see. Yes, it does some of its work, but when it comes to doing work for a Ugandan, the Ugandan parliament is a wee bit null and void. I don't know. I don't know what others think, but yeah, that's what I generally think. Let's continue.
I want to give you a demography, a quick one, about how Uganda is set up. Uganda is set up in such a way that the capital city, Buganda, are where the people concentrate most business-wise. And this is where the opposition of Uganda is centered. Basically, 70% of Uganda's opposition is in the center, which is around the capital.
That's crazy. Because I don't know what demographic statistics did he use. When you go back to probably use the statistics for the DR forms, I do not really like you can't do that. Like even me, I cannot come out and I say that NRM has this type of funds and they are located in this specific area. I cannot say that Noop has this type of funds and they are located in this specific area, because even during the voting time, the EC, the Electoral Commission, the body that is supposed to tell us that these specific people voted from this area, could not give those statistics. Now, where would a person who is not working in the UN, what is it, UBOS or something like that? The one that deals with statistics. If you don't work with the board that deals with statistics, and you don't work with the EC, where do you get the statistics to tell us that this is where this is found and stuff like that? I don't know. These are all claims. You cannot really verify them.
n'omusirwe Uganda alya because opportunities ez'okukola sente nyingi. So imagine Ugandans are very good people. 6 months later, no one will remember that we even did politics. We even did campaigns. No one will remember. You imagine after the campaigns, you just bring out a very good song. You think people are going to be there to remember that you did any rally from 70 or for Chagulai? They won't remember. Then they will just go on dancing to the new song. Ngabakuwana, that's it. So if you had good music and you did not do the rallies, let me give you news. The least artists to be paid, yet first and foremost, I want to thank all the artists who were part of the campaigns. Thank you very, very, very much for the work you did, for entertaining Ugandans, for working and supporting the president.
Anyway, Uganda is a very special country. Whatever he said, probably it could be true. I mean, we shouldn't really divide ourselves just because one artist supports this candidate, or the other artist supports the other candidate, and then we go like we hate each other. But this is all left to Ugandans to decide. He said that we can wait for a few moments later. But anyway, truth is, Bebe Cool did a live on TikTok. And he talked about quite a lot of things. I just picked out a few clips here and there, and this is the stuff we've watched. And I'm thinking that this is a distraction from reality. Whatever that is going to happen in a few days, or whatever that has happened that is Bebe Cool trying to distract the whole entire country from, I don't know what that is. But to me, I'm looking at it as a distraction, and Ugandans just disregard this. Like it doesn't add on to any Ugandan mind, and it doesn't actually, to me, I feel like it subtracts more than it adds. So it should be disregarded. Look at it, enjoy it. Probably those who get angry, and yeah, move on. Don't give it the attention that I think it should be getting. I'm giving it attention, but it's more or less like, okay, Bebe said these things. All right, let's move on. Thank you for watching. What do you think? Put your comments down below, and see you in the next one. Peace.